Hello students, today we are going to discuss the second practical for the class 12 computer science subject, and in this series we have already discussed one practical to calculate the factorial using recursion. If you didn't watch this video, please go through this video because I have explained the concept recursion there in detail. Because this program also we are going to write through the recursive or recursion, so it will be better if you can go through and watch the practical number 1 so that you can understand this practical very easily, because I am not going to discuss the recursion concept here because I have already discussed in practical 1. I will apply the recursion here. Okay, so today's problem is to find out the sum of all the elements of a list. Here we will discuss, in this video we will discuss the problem statement first, and then we will explain the stepwise solution steps to solve this problem in detail, and then we are going to discuss the Python code. I will write the Python code and explain it. Then we will execute this Python code, in editor, Spider editor I am using. You may use Sublime or any other if you don't have Spider. It is not necessary that you always use Spider, and we will demonstrate the program. Okay, so this will be the flow of our program. So let's get started. So first we will discuss the problem. What is the problem? Write a Python code or program to calculate the sum of all elements of list. So to understand this, first you need to know what is list in Python, and if you know the list, then you should know how to calculate the sum of the all elements of the list without using recursion, or you may say using the for loop or while loop. You might have learned how to add the all elements of the list using for loop or while loop. I will give the glimpse here so that you can revise it. Then we will proceed for the applying the recursion. Using recursion we need to solve this problem in class 12. Don't use the for loop. Okay, it is clearly mentioned in the practical statement. So first, before starting, I want to clear your concept. What is list in brief? List is basically sequence of elements of any data type. In Python, list is a sequence of elements of any data type. What is the syntax to create the list in Python? We use this syntax to create the list in Python. If you don't know, I am just revising. Starting with the bracket, like square bracket, and then ending with the square bracket. In between we will have the values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on. Okay, like this. This is the example of list of integers. Similarly, list, it is not necessary that list will always have the integer value. It might have some different values at the same time. Let's suppose this is the list that is having like this is the list of strings, because in this list all the elements are string. Another example, let's suppose we have A, B, then we have 200, then we have something like 1.5. So this is the list of string, floats and integers. So this is the list actually. So list is basically sequence of elements of any data type. Data type may be vary. So this is known as any data type. Okay, collection of any data types. Okay. For specific to our problem, we are using this list. Either we will use this list, or we may use this list also. 2.3, 7.5 list of plots. To solve our problem, we may either have all the elements as integers or all the elements as floats, because we are trying to solve the problem for adding all these elements and print it. Okay, let's suppose this is the list. How you add this? Let's suppose this is the list example. I am taking a smaller example so that you can understand. Let's suppose this is the list 1 2 3 4. Okay, now let's suppose this is having in variable lst. Okay, this is variable name and this is the list that is containing this variable, so contained in this variable. Now I want to sum all the elements of this list without recursion. Let's solve this problem first without recursion, then we will go through the recursion. What is the sum of elements? Sum of elements means we will add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So what is the sum of elements? 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10. So this is the sum of the elements. How can we use while loop to solve this problem, or for loop to solve this problem? Let's suppose I am creating a variable sum. You might have did this practically in class 11. If you didn't understand this practical, please watch my class 11 practical series. And here we will use for loop. For, let's suppose, x in lst, and then what we will do, sum plus equals to x, like this. Okay, what it will do, it will each time, what this code will do, I am showing you what this code will do. I am roughing this because this is not, I already explained to you. Okay, so how it will work? First list will be iterated using for loop. First the list is like this 1 2 3 4. Okay, this is the lst. Now sum is having default value, that is 0. Now list each element, first time this list is contained like this 1 2 3 4. First time 1 will come in this value variable x, 1 will come in variable x value become 1, and then sum will be added with the value x. So what is this? Sum equals to sum plus x. This is equivalent to this line. Okay, so sum is equals to, sum value is what? 0 plus x value is what? 1. So sum's new value will become 1. So 0, from 0 it will become 1. Now in second iteration, then for loop and go into the second iteration 2 will become the value of the x. Now the x will become 2, and again this line will be executed. X value is 2 and sum is equals to sum plus x. So sum's value is what? 1 this time. 1 plus x value is what? 2. So 1 plus 2 will become 3. So sum's new value will be updated because sum equals to 3 we are writing. So this will become 3 here. Now this for loop and again iteration, 3 will become the new value of the x. So now x will become the 3, and again this line will be executed. Sum equals to, sum's existing value is 3. 3 plus x value is 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. So sum's new value will become 6. So it will be 6. Now again for loop and iterate over the value, and this time the x value become the 4. So this time x value become the 4. Now sum equals to, what will be the value? Sum plus x. Sum is already 6 plus x value is what? 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. So sum's new value will become 10. So this will cut down and 10 will come here. Now there is no element left in this list, so this loop will end and we will print the sum at the bottom of this loop. So outside the loop we will write the sum. So this is how we do the sum of the elements without using recursion. Okay, before understanding the concept of recursion, I am just explaining it to you so that you can understand how to calculate the sum of the elements. Okay, now we will see how to apply the recursion and solve this problem. I am roughing this and explain the recursive concept here. Recursion is what? I have already explained in the last video. What is recursion? A function that calls itself, a function that calls itself. Let's suppose I have created some function, let's suppose definition sum underscore list, and I am passing some, let's suppose lst and then size, and if I am calling the same function from this function again and again, then this is known as recursive. This is known as recursive call. Let's suppose sum underscore list. I am calling the same function again and again through this function itself. This is known as recursive function. Okay, in case of recursion, I have yesterday told there will be two conditions: base condition, or we can say terminating condition. Because recursion is very similar to loop. In loop we always write the terminating condition so that it could not become the infinite loop. Similar way we will always write the base condition or terminating condition in the recursion, so that for some set of input the recursion should stop. Okay, otherwise it will be infinite loop. And another will be the recursive step. Recursive step will be used to solve the first we will solve the sum problem for smaller input, and then we'll apply this concept to solve the bigger input. This is known as recursive step. Okay, so I am here explaining the recursive concept of this particular sum element. Let's suppose list is given. 1 2 3 4. Okay, and its size is given. Size you can calculate by counting this number 1 2 3 4. 4 is the size of the list. Now I want to, what I will do recursively I will create a function that will first add the last element. Okay, first we will add like this. First we will filter the last element, and then we will pass the, then we will add the, we will call some function, and then it will add the 3 plus, then we will call some remaining list, 4 plus remaining list, then we will call 3 plus remaining list, then we will call 2 plus remaining list. We will to write such function, okay, that do this kind of thing for us. Then we will write 1 plus remaining list. Now the remaining list is what? It doesn't have any data, so it will return 0. It will return 0, and we will add this 0 with 1. It will return 1. We will return 1, and 1 will be added with this 2, and it will return 3. Then 3 will be returned here. 3 will added with this 3. It will return this 6. 6 will be returned here. 6 will be added with 4, and it will return 10. So this is how we will write some function. Remaining list is what? 1 2 3 here, then we will have 1 2 here, then we will have 1 here, then we will have empty list. Okay, if the list is empty, then we will return, our function should return 0, and then we will keep on returning the sum of the elements, and this is how this recursive problem will be solved. Okay, so let's try to write the function. by looking at this, let me write some function. Let's suppose definition sum underscore list. I will pass some. Let me write some here. Okay. Show here it is 6. Okay. So I will pass the list here. Let's suppose this is the list and then this is the size. Actually we are trying to reduce the size, so that actually we are not reducing the list, we are reducing the size. Then what we will do, if the size of the list, we will write this step first. If the size of the list 0, then we will return 0. If the size of the list is equals to 0, then what we will do, we will return 0. Okay. Otherwise what will we do, otherwise what we will do, we will add the remaining element and we will pass the remaining list. So like this, we are adding the 4 and then we are passing the remaining list here. So return lst, then size -1, then plus, then we will again call this function. Again we will call this function. Let me clear this also. Sum underscore list. Here what we will do, we will pass the list itself and size -1. Size -1 will what it will indicate, it will indicate that the list is having one less element each time. Like this we are seeing, at the end the list will get emptied and this condition will satisfy. This is known as the base condition or terminating condition of the recursion. If the recursion doesn't have the terminating condition, then it will be infinite, and this is known as the recursive step. Okay, we will see this example again by taking this input only, so that the concept is getting cleared. So let me rough this and we will see how this recursive step is going to work with this code. Then we will write the Python code only. Okay, so now what we will do, we will use this function. Let's suppose I have this list and this is the size and I have called this function. First time I am calling this function. Let's suppose I am calling sum underscore list and then I am calling this list variable lst and then size as 4. Now what will happen, actually, this line will execute it. If size equals to 0, size is 0, no, size having the value 4, so size is not 0, then control will come here. What we are doing, list size -1, size -1 will become, what will become, this will become list size -1, lst size -1 4 -1, so lst 3. List third index is what, 0 1 2 3, this is the index, so third index value will be added here 4 plus, and then this function will again be called sum underscore list, and this function will called with the list again, list, and this time size is reduced by 1, so that next time we will have the 3 elements in the list. So the size is, now we are passing 3 because size -1. Now again this function will be called, size is 3, this time size is 3. Now 3 is equal to 0, condition false, again this will be coded. Now this time lst 3 -1, 3 -1 means lst 2, lst 2 means this element 3 will be added. Now what will happen, 3 plus, again sum underscore list will be called, sum underscore list and lst, and now size -1 will be what, 2. This time size becomes the 2. Now again this function will be called, size is 2 equals to 0, condition false, again we are going to execute this time lst 2 -1, lst 2 -1 means lst 1, lst 1 is having what value, 2. So this time what will happen, 2 plus sum underscore list and we are again passing the list, and this time size minus 1 becomes 1 because 2 minus 1 is 1. Now the size becomes 1. Now again we are calling this. Now size is 1. 1 is equals to 0. Condition false. Again this will be coded LST 1 minus 1. LST 1 minus 1 is what? LST 0. LST 0 is what? 1. So this time we will have 1 plus sum underscore list and LST and size minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Size becomes the 0. Now this time what happens? This time this condition goes true. This condition size equals to 0 equals to 0 condition true. This time this function will return the value 0. 0 will be returned and 0 plus 1 will be added, and this will be returned like this 1. This 1 will be returned to this function, 1 plus 2 will be added, and this function will return 3. 3 will be returned to this function, 3 plus 3 will be added, 3 plus 3 is 6. This time 6 will be returned by this function, 6 plus 4 will be added, and it will return 10. And finally 10 will be returned to this function, so 10 will be the output. So this is how this recursion works. We have written the function sum list, and same function is called multiple times to solve the problem of adding the all the numbers of the list. Now we will discuss this step by step. How can we write down the code so that we can write the code easily. So now I am writing the step. First step is what? We will take the size of list as input from user, because user will give us the list and its size, then only we will apply the concept and we will find out the sum of the elements. Then we will prompt to take the elements as input from user. Let's suppose user entered size 5, then we will take 5 elements. Okay, input, let's suppose he will take input 1 2 3 4 5, he may enter anything. Okay, now in third step we will apply recursion to solve the sum problem. How we will apply the recursion? I already explained in my last. We will write like this: sum underscore list, and then we will pass list and size we will pass, and then we will, if this is the base condition or terminating condition, size equals to 0, then what we will do? We will return the 0. Otherwise what we will do? We will keep on calling the list by decrementing its size by 1, sum underscore list LST size minus 1, like this. Okay, so this is the recursion we will write in the third step. And then at the last step what we will do? Print the sum of list as output. So this is a very simple step. This is how we will write this program. So let's let me write the Python code here and explain to you, and then we will write into the editor and see the demonstration. Okay, so now we will write the Python code here. So first what we will do? First thing we will do, we will take the input. Let's suppose we are taking some input, size, number of elements, or you can say size also. I am taking its size, so it will be integer. So I am taking integer input. If you don't know how to take input, please watch my class 11 video practical for taking the input, how to take the input. Enter the size of list. like this. Then what we will do, we will uh, take the elements as input that up to the size. So we will use the for loop. We will create a blank list here. Let's suppose list of values. I am creating a blank list so that we will keep on adding. I am creating a blank list, then I am iterating for I in range function you can use. You should know the range function, otherwise it will be difficult. Number of elements we have already. Now this function will iterate. Let's suppose he has entered 5, then this function will be, this loop will be executed 5 times. Okay, now we will prompt to take the element. It might be float or integer. Let's suppose it have the float, so that integer will, for integer it will automatically work. Enter element. Okay, now we will add this element to this list. So to add the element into the list, we use the append method, so that it can add it at the bottom of the list or last of the list. Append method, you should know how, what is the append method, otherwise it will be difficult. Then what we will do, we will print this list, the list of values is, let's suppose we are printing the list underscore values, list of values, sorry, oops. Okay, so it got deleted thanks to undo function, so that I could take it. Otherwise I need to write it again. List of values. Okay, now print the sum of the elements. Sum of the list elements is. You will call recursive function from here itself. Now we will write the recursive function as we have discussed in last slide. So I am writing in some different color. So definition, I am writing sum underscore list. I will take list as input, size as input to argument. If size equals to 0, simply return what? 0. Otherwise return what? Each time we will decrement, we will add the last element, and each time decrement the size of the list to by using this line size -1. This time virtually it will be reduced, and this is your recursive function. This function will be calculated. So we are passing the sum underscore list, and here we are passing list of values, original list of values, comma, here we will find what is the size. Size is where number of elements, is the size. You can also find the size using len function, len and then list of values. You can use it if you want. We didn't use because we have already know, we have taken it from the user, so it will be fixed. That's why I didn't write this. Okay, so this is how this function will work. Okay, so now how it will be run. First the enter the size of list. Let's suppose user enter the 5, then list of values is initially empty. Now we are iterating this 5 times, 0 to 4, and each time we are taking the input from the user, and list is getting populated. Let's say user has entered 12, 13, 10, 10, 10. Let's suppose he has entered 5 times these values. These values will be added into the list. Then we will pass this list to sum of list function, and it will recursively add those elements and print the value 55 as output, because I have already explained how this recursive call will happen. Okay, now we will go into the editor and see this demonstration. Okay, so let me go to the editor. Now we will write this code here. So first what we will do, let's suppose we are taking the number of elements as input. Number of elements equals to integer input, enter the size of list. We are taking it from user. Now what we will do, we will create a list of values, that is initially it will be blank. Now what we will do, we will take the input from the user. So for I in range, we will apply the number of elements here, and it will iterate n minus number of elements minus 1 times number of elements time, so that we can take the values that much that user wants. Okay, now we will take the value. Let's suppose elim equals to, let's suppose I am taking it as a float, so that it could work for both integer and float. Enter element value. Each time we will enter the element value, then we will add it into this value, list of values dot append method. We will use elim. Then what we will do, we will here print the list of values. The list of values are, I am printing it so that you can see, list of underscore values. Okay, now we will write the code to calculate the sum. So I am creating the function def sum underscore list, and I am passing the list here and taking the list as input and size as input. And then if size is 0 equals to 0, then what we will do, return 0, otherwise return list size minus 1 plus sum underscore list, lst we are passing as it is, but size is reduced by 1, so that same list doesn't get added multiple times. This is the function. Now we will call this function from here. The sum of elements of list is what? We are calling this function sum underscore list, and then we will pass this list of values here, and size is number of elements. So this is the size, and we have passed this. Okay, now you will be able to see this. So this is the code. Now let's see, let's run this. Now just by clicking on this run button, enter the size of list. Let's suppose first time I want to get added 3 elements. Clicking enter the element values. Let's suppose I am entering 10, 12 and 14. Now what should be happen, you should know. So now I am just giving you the here call statement. Let's suppose the user has entered the value number of elements is 3. We have taken the values, 3 values using this for loop and appended into this list. So this list now having the how much values, 10, 12 and 14. Now after entering this line, because we have taken the third input, this will be executed, this value will be printed, and this function will be called. Now we are interested in this. So sum list function will be called with what values? These values, list of values and number of elements. List of values is having this and number of elements is 3. So let's see how it will be work. So here we are passing the list is what? 1, 10, 12, 14, and here we are passing 3 as the size. Now size value is 3. 3 is equals to 0 condition false. What we are doing? We are calculating is what? The list is look like this in memory. 10, 12, 14, its index is 0, its index is 1, its index is 0. List, we are trying to access list size minus 1. Size is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2. List 2 is what? 14. So 14 plus this function will be called sum underscore list. List will be passed as it is 10, 12, 14 and size minus 1. Size will be equal to this size. The size was 3. Now it's going to be 3. This as this line executes, this function will call this function again. Again we are passing 10, 12, 4 and 2 this time. So 3 will become 2. 2 is equals to 0 condition false. Again what we are doing? We were having the value 14 plus statement sum underscore list, and we have passed 10, 12, 14 and size is 2. Now what we will do? We are getting list size minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 0. So list 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So 12 will be added. 12 plus sum underscore list will be called again with 10, 12, 14 and 1 as size, because size minus 1. 2 was the new size, so size minus 1 will become now 1. List will remain same. Now this 1 will be passed here. Size becomes 1. So 1 is not equal to 0. Again 1 minus 1 is 0. List 0. List 0 is value is what? 10. So again this will be 10 plus same function will be called sum underscore list. Again 10, 12, 14 and we are passing 0 as a size, because size minus 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. So this time 0. If size is 0, return 0. This will return the 0. This function will return 0 value. 0 plus 10 will be added and it will return 10. 10 will be written here. 10 plus 12 will be 22. 22 will return here. 22 plus 14, that will be 36. So 36 will be returned to this original call here. Okay, and so the output will become 36. Okay, 36 I think. 22 plus 14, 36, not 36. This will be 36. Okay, so this is how this code will execute. Let's click on the run button here and we will see the output. So let's click on enter. Here you are able to see 36.0. so this is how this function works. I hope you understood this, and thank you so much. Please note down this code and practice in any Python editor you are using. Thank you so much. See you in the next class.